Next up, we target Mille Lacs Lake smallmouth in October with big minnows. This fall bite is one of the best big fish bites in the country, and today is no exception. John Thielen's Destination Fish is brought to you by Lindy Fishing Tackle and Alumacraft Boats. Minnow's freaking out. There must be one nearby. There he is, just bit it. That minnow just went freaking nuts.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the line just about got taken right out of my hand. And that's the smallmouth grabbing it. It's funny when you're chub fishing how that'll work. See if he's there. Yep, there he is.
Got him?
Yeah.
Okay, let me reel up quick and...
Good fish. Good fish to
Good start to the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end up on your side of the boat.
Okay.
I don't think he's a giant, but you know what? Usually they get mad right now. There he goes. That's when they get mad. Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna fish some fall smallmouth, but we are targeting big fish. And if you wanna see some giant football-sized smallmouth bass, it is pretty hard to beat fishing a chub, a sucker minnow.
Still can't see him.
Here he comes, big one, good one. Look at that, we're netting fish today too, by the way.
That's an awesome fish.
Look at that. You want to see how you like to start a smallmouth trip? Look at that. Probably a 4-pound fish to start.
That didn't take long.
How you like that, buddy?
You called your shot. You called your shot.
We're
getting right up by the waypoints and, oh,
yeah.
Minnow's freaking out.
Mille Lacs Lake.
Healthy fish.
There are not many places you can go and catch smallmouth like this. Mille Lacs Lake is one of them. You know, the Great Lakes, you can do it on, you know, over in that Green Bay area, Door County type stuff. But I'll tell you what, this right here, and you know, the pro circuits have been here over the last few years because this fishery right here is so phenomenal. I mean, you can go out and do that. I mean, how cool is that? That's just a giant fish.
Heck of a start.
Good way to start. Get out of here, buddy.
Coming up. How's it feel, John?
It feels like a good smallmouth bass that ate a big minnow.
Suppose I could net that for you, huh?
He's coming up. It'll be interesting to see what this fish does. It's a good one. See if we can just keep him hooked up. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good one. Oh, look, I forced you out of the water. Now I feel bad. This is,
ooh,
oh,
that's
look
a
at that.
tank.
It's a big one. It's a big one, and he got on the surface.
That.
I knew he was up high. I didn't know he was going to do that.
It's hard to tell when they're coming at you and they go up high in the water column like that.
Here's the deal. On this light tackle, it is just amazing. These things will wear you out. I mean, my wrist is sore dealing with this fish. This is a big fish. Uh-oh, coming up.
Coming up.
There. Oh, look at him. Oh,
beautiful
boy.
color on her.
Yeah, this is a big fish. If I can finish the deal, it'd be great, eh? This is one of those 5-pounders. Yep.
Nice fish.
Look at him.
Wow.
Holy smokes. This right here is why you come and do this bite. Look at that fish. That is a giant.
Just a beauty.
That's a giant, but I mean, this fishery sits right here, inland water. People think Great Lakes so often for this stuff. Sits right here in central Minnesota, accessible from the Twin Cities, accessible from up north. And fish like that are swimming around in here, and in the fall, this is the best way to catch giants. Look at
Let's
that.
do it again. Wow.
That is awesome. Man, it is just one of those things that I get so excited about, because let me give you a timing on this bite, because you got to time it right. This doesn't happen all year long, okay? Timing it right is important. This is Labor Day at the earliest, in through that mid-October time frame that you're going to get after these fish doing this. And the big key is they need that first trigger to start moving in a little bit, and they have. They're in here, and now all of a sudden they're willing to bite something like this because they're just feeling fall coming on. They put the feed bag on, and you put a big sucker minnow down there in front of them, and I'm gonna tell you, it's just crazy.
They can't resist it.
They can't. One other thing I'll tell you, we have spent many days out here with a red tail out, with a creek chub out next to a sucker minnow, and that sucker minnow will outfish them. So if you're gonna come and do this, pick up sucker minnows. Don't settle for red tails. These sucker minnows are the ticket. John Thielen's Destination Fish is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Yep, you got him.
It's big.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
So we were just talking about, should we, we've lost a little bit of wind. The wind is, oh yeah, you got a big one. Wind is just coming and going. One of the things that's always hard is deciding to leave a spot where you know there's a bunch of fish. You know there's so many fish here, and the right fish are here, the quality's here. Sometimes it's just a question of, the wind died, we slid out a foot. And keep pounding away, because these fish will go in and out of bite windows throughout the day. Take that time and look out a little deeper, look in a little bit shallower, and then all of a sudden the bite turns right back on. You can come across. He wants to go, we'll let him go. He's big enough, we're gonna let him
make the decision.
Tell us what he wants to do. I'm gonna come over here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, really nice one.
Oh yeah.
Nice smallmouth, pretty fish too. Look at him.
Nice.
Good fish, buddy. Look at that one. Look at how fat that one is.
Oh yeah.
That's a big fish overall.
There we go.
Got him?
Yep.
That. What a pretty
That's
fish.
a tank.
Look at how fat that thing's belly is.
Yeah, it's chomping a little bit. Filling up for fall.
He's
I love
probably
it.
eating 4 or 5 of our sucker minnows.
I'm thinking so. That's an awesome fish.
Oh man, that's fun.
Beauty.
There you go, girl. Big one.
Nice. Yeah?
I think so.
You really fed that one. I could tell. That was...
You just hit the surface back there. That's a good one.
Okay. I'm ready.
This is just so much fun, this bait fishing. And I'll tell you, one of the great things about L&M, Sam's the lead buyer in sporting goods. I'm gonna have, heads up, Here we go. But one of the things you guys added, Sam, over the last couple of years that I think is so cool is the bait shop in some of the locations.
Yeah, we did. A few years ago, we've added live bait in 4 of our store locations now, and I mean, we do crawlers and other things in all locations, but what a beast.
Big fish.
Wow.
Look at that.
That is a tank.
I said, it ain't that big. Let me tell you though, and I've said this before, I might have even said it before today, but I moved to northern Minnesota 3 years ago. My wife and I left the Twin Cities, moved up to northern Minnesota. We're in the Bemidji area, and really quick, L&M Fleet Supply became our favorite place to shop. And I'll tell you, the neatest thing about what you guys do, in my opinion, is that assortment is there designed around areas and what you need when you're fishing in that area.
Yeah, and it's really, really important for us, and we take a lot of pride in it. In each one of our communities, we want to have what our anglers look for. So where we have a store 3 hours from another, the assortment might be 50% different, but really, we want our people in our communities, we want to be their favorite place to shop. We want to have the stuff they're looking for. We don't want a cookie cutter, same thing in every store. We want that person that's coming in every day to have something for their lakes and their area. So we take a lot of pride in it, and it's really important.
He's there, he's just swimming at me, dude. I think it's a pretty good one.
Yeah?
Well, yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He stopped.
That's usually a good sign.
When they stop, it's usually a pretty good one, and start pulling line a long ways away from the boat. I think it's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever they stop and the drag starts to come out, you're pretty safe to say it's a good one. All right, we'll get the net.
Dude, this is a big fish. This is a big fish. That fish was coming at me. Do you see how far I had to reel back to this fish to find him? I think we're gonna have a little tug of war here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Coming up.
I was gonna say, there's no way that fish gave up that fast. It came up pretty easy, but no.
No, and that's what I figured. They get halfway up the column, they get excited. I think they see the light of day, they see the boat. Here we go. Good fish.
Good fish.
Another good one. I'll tell you what, that right there, it's a great way to wrap up a day. This has just been a ton of fun. Everything you saw us do today, you can get whatever you need to do this right at your local L&M. So make sure to stop in, and it's not just sporting goods. I mean, they've got everything. My wife shops at our local L&M as much as I do. It's a great fish right there. Hey, be sure to stop back next week. We'll have another great episode of John Thielen's Destination Fish. Closed captioning for John Thielen's Destination Fish is brought to you by Formula Propeller. John Thielen's Destination Fish has been brought to you by these great sponsors.